DreAllDay.com.
As we talking about posture, and all y'all know what posture is. We talking about the different type of posture, but one type of posture is like my mom used to always tell me when I was really young, let's say like 10, 11 years old, she would see me standing in front of her and she would like use her hands and like push my shoulders back and tell me, stick your chest out, put your chin up, keep your head up, look at people in the eye when you talking to them, sit up straight, don't hunch over, that type of posture. You know what that is. Like if you sitting down right now or you standing up, you know what type of posture I'm talking about. Like the way that you sit, the way you hold your body. Yeah, pull your pants up. That's part of posture, yes. So having the right posture because it helps you so your back doesn't hurt or you don't be a slumped over old man when you get old. That's what she used to say to me. She used to be like, son, you don't want to be a hunchback old man because you got bad posture now while you're 10 years old. So that's the type of posture she always talked to me about that. Sade asked me, do I get corporate sponsors? Well, it depends. Is a situation by situation thing, Sade. Now, anybody else who has questions, I would be able to better address your questions if you hold them to the end. Because once I get going, for those of you who don't know me, once I get going on the topic. And you don't want to interrupt me. I'm not going to stop to answer your questions. So make sure you hold them to the end. So, yeah, my mom used to always tell me, check out no, it's no problem. I appreciate the questions. My mom used to always tell me, have good posture. But that's not the type of posture we're talking about today. We're not talking about that type of posture. I'm not telling you, I'm not an orthopedic surgeon. I'm not a chiropractor. I'm not telling you about how to stand up straight. If you want to learn how to stand up straight, Google it, go on YouTube. There are plenty of videos out there for it. So what we about to talk about, what's up, Zanjoe215 from Philly? First of all, I appreciate y'all tapping the screen with those hearts. And if you're not following me, make sure you start following me now because by the time this is over, you're going to be like, damn, I should have followed Dre at the beginning when he said it. So make sure you'll follow me because I do this all the time, multiple times per day. And what we're going to talk about here is a different type of posture. The type of posture we're about to talk about today is the posture of how people see you. And the reason my mom used to always tell me to stand up straight, put my chest out, chin up, look people in the eye when I'm talking to them, say excuse me when you step over somebody's feet, speak loudly and clearly when you're talking to another individual, right? Your body language was because people perceive you, people will make judgments about you based on what you show them. And they can't sit there and have an hour-long conversation and find out everything about you and find out if their judgments are real or incorrect. All they're going to do is judge you on what they see. So when my mom was telling me to get my posture right, she was trying to help me to have people have better, more positive judgments about me as a person because of the way that I carried myself physically. Now, the posture that I'm talking about today is the way that you carry yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, the person that you present to everybody else. And actually, physically is part of it too. Now, one thing that I got to make sure everybody understands is that when we talk about judgments, sometimes people come to me and say, Dre, how can I avoid or how can I stop people from judging me all the time? Listen, you can't. People are always judging you. At this exact moment, every one of you that's watching this stream is judging me right now. You're judging how I look. You're judging how I talk. You're judging my language. You're judging the pace of the way that I speak. You're judging all my body movements. You're judging whether or not I actually have something worth you staying here and listening to. Every single second, you're judging whether or not you should keep listening to this individual, whether you should follow me, whether you should tap the screen, whether you should leave a comment, whether you should tell somebody else about this. You're always making judgments. As human beings, all we do is judge. That's all we do all day. We wake up in the morning, our alarm goes off, we judge. Should I get up or should I hit the snooze button and go back to sleep? Should I brush my teeth or not brush my teeth? I gotta go to the bathroom. Should I go now or should I wait for 5 minutes? My boss just buzzed me. Should I go into his office or should I act like I didn't hear it? Somebody asked me a question. Should I say yes or should I say no? You are always making judgments. All right, judgments never end. So you will always be being judged by other human beings. So if that's what you're attempting to avoid, you will fail. I'm telling you now. So stop trying to avoid judgments. What you want to do is control people's judgments. And there's a way you can control the judgments other people have of you. Not 1,000%, but you can help it a whole damn lot by doing what I'm going to tell you right here. And that's controlling your posture. Your posture is the way that you present yourself to the world. And the thing that you have to understand about posture is this. Human beings, we are inundated with so many things every single day. There's so much information out there, so many people trying to get a piece of our attention, so many people trying to share what they're doing that we don't care about, so many things around us that we can pay attention to. Like right at this exact moment, all of you got a million things you could be paying attention to. You could be thinking about the way that your heart's beating. You could be thinking about how your right knee feels. You could be thinking about something that happened at home last night. You could be thinking about what's going to happen an hour from now, what's coming on TV tomorrow, what somebody said to you 5 minutes before you got on here, what you could be doing on your phone instead of being on Periscope, what you could be doing on the internet, who might be emailing you, or the email that you just sent. There are a million things you could be paying attention to. The problem for human beings is so many things we're paying attention to, we don't have time to analyze and try to decide what we're really seeing every time something is presented to us. So what we do is we make judgments based on what we see, and we usually stick with them. Have you ever heard the saying, a first impression is hard to break? And it's absolutely true. It's a cliche, but the reason that cliches became cliches is because most of them are actually based in fact. They're based in truth. And all of you have heard that. A first impression is hard to make. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. Why is that? It's because when a human being sees something for the first time, when someone is presented something for the first time, they usually are going to just say, you know what, whatever I saw, that's what it is. Why? Not because we don't want to think, not because we want to be fooled or we want to be deceived. Is because we have so many things going on around us. We can't analyze every single thing and say, is this true or not? Is this person really what they look like, or are they not? Is this person really confident the way they seem to be, or are they just faking it? Does this person really mean, are they really as sincere as they appear to be, or are they being a liar? Are they deceitful? Is this person somebody I should trust? We don't have time to think all those things. So we make all these judgments subconsciously without consciously thinking of them, which means this is how you can take advantage of that. And understand it happens to you, it happens to everybody else around you. This is how you can take advantage of it. Since everybody makes a snap judgment and believes what they see without thinking too deeply about it, whatever you show people is what they're going to believe about you. So how does that relate to posture? Your posture, the way that you walk into a room, figuratively and literally speaking, the way that you walk into a room when people see you, that's the way that they're going to believe you are. They're going to believe you're that person. Have any of you ever seen somebody how many of you know somebody in person and you follow them on social media and they present themselves one way on social media, but you know that in real life they're not really that type of person? Well, understand that you know them in person, you know them that well, but guess what? Most of the people looking at them on social media don't know them. All they can go off of is what they're seeing. That's the only thing they can go off of, because that's the posture that person presents. How many of you know somebody who, like, their personal life, like their life behind closed doors, might be kind of messed up? They don't really have all their marbles. Everything's not really in order the way that it could be for that person. But when they go out in public and they talk to people who don't know them, or they present themselves to people who don't know them, they look like this perfect individual who has everything straight. Everything is exactly where it needs to be. Everything is in place. All the ducks are lined up. And it's like, hey, that person must be doing great. It's their posture. And the thing is, most people, 99% of people, are not going to look at that person and try to decipher, let me see, are they really that? Let me find out. Let me ask a whole bunch of critical questions. Let me do a background check on this individual. We ain't got time for that. We ain't got energy for it. And we got so little attention to allocate to each thing coming to us every single day. All we can do is base it off of what exactly we see. I like the hearts right here. It reminds me of that pair of Jordan 29s with the purple, the orange, and the green. But everybody else, please throw in some more hearts and give us some more color, like the leaves of fall falling off the trees. So I saw a couple questions there. Please hold those questions. I will get to those at the end. So just copy and paste. Not yet, though. So the thing is, your posture, the way you present yourself to the world, people have no choice but to believe what you show them. So when you walk into the room confidently, you speak confidently, you look people in the eye confidently, you present yourself, the way you dress, the way that you walk, the tone of your voice, all those things, people are going to believe what you show them. If you're a basketball player, any of you ever play basketball, you ever see somebody play for the first time and they play really well, like they're making every shot, they're doing all the moves, they're doing everything right. And then the next time you see them play, it seems like they're a bum. But a lot of people who saw them play that first time just have this strong impression, like this guy must be good. Maybe he just had a bad game today. Even though he was probably always a bum, he just got lucky and had that one good game. The first impression people get of you, that posture that you show them, is exactly what they're going to believe about you all the time. So understand that the way that you present yourself to the world, people have no choice. People have no choice but to believe what you show them at all times. So if you want people to perceive you as being confident, you want people to perceive you as being trustworthy, you want people to perceive you as being a leader, you want to be perceived as somebody that they should do business with, or the girl should go on a date with, or the guy should be interested in getting her phone number, all you had to do is present yourself with a certain posture as much as possible, and everybody who sees it has no choice but to believe what you're saying. Yes, my Instagram is Dre Baldwin. One word, my first name, my last name. So understand that. You can basically control how the world sees you. And how the world sees you, how the world perceives you, is the way that the world is going to treat you. This way people treat you is based on what they see. So you might be the greatest businessman in the world, but if you walk into a room dressed bummy and your clothes are not clean and you got on some dirty, messed up sneakers and you smell like you just came from working out, people are going to perceive you a certain way. And even if you go shower and come back in a sharp suit and you look perfect, people are going to be like, okay, I see he's a business guy first. But it's going to be hard for them to shake that first impression they got in their mind. Like, damn, how is this guy? Which one is it? Is it that guy or that guy? And they're going to be a little bit shaky on you just because of that. Now, you might be the bummiest dude in the world. You ain't got nothing going on, no money, no business, no nothing going on in your life. But if you walk in the sharpest suit with the nicest, shiniest shoes, you just shaved, you got a haircut, everything just looks perfect and in place, people are going to perceive you that way just because that's what they saw. Now, later on, they might find out other things, but they're always going to have this little thing in the back of their mind like, yo, the first time I saw this person, and it's not a conscious thing. This is a subconscious thing in your mind that people are always going to have in their mind. You will have it in your mind about people that you know. You think about people that you know who you've since found that the reality of them is a little bit different, but that first impression, you can never really forget it. Like, yo, the first time I saw this person, they were this. Now I see that they're that, but that first impression always sticks in your mind. So if you want to control the perception that the world has of you, all you had to do is control your posture. What is posture? Posture is, first of all, your body language. That's one thing that people notice. The tone of your voice, the words that you use when you speak, the eye contact that you make when you talk to people. Understand that the eyes never lie. Y'all have heard that phrase that the eyes are the windows to the soul. It's because the eyes can't lie. The human mouth can lie. I can sit here and tell you an hour's worth of lies. You will never know what's real or what's not real unless you knew things about what I'm talking about. I can lie to you through my words. The eyes never lie. The human body also never lies. If you learn to study people's body language, their body language always tells the truth. And the words are things that we can tailor and control. And we speak so many words by the time we get to being adults, we have so much control over them. How many of you have ever lied to somebody verbally? You're talking to somebody, you just told them a lie. And you knew you were lying, but you told them a lie anyway. And they bought your lie. Why? Because we're so good at tailoring our words by the time we reach adulthood that it's easy to lie. But our eyes can't lie. How many of you have ever been talking to somebody and they told you something, right? They told you something verbally and you knew they were lying because you were looking in their eyes, and you could tell just by their body language and their eyes that what they were saying wasn't true. Even though they were telling you it as if you should believe it, but you knew something subconsciously. You said, you know what? Nah. What this person's saying is a lie. Now, you might have said that to them right to their face, or you might have just thought it like, okay, I know that person's lying. What they just told me, I'm gonna act like I believe it, but I know they're lying. All of you know exactly what I'm talking about, yes or no. That's because we can control words. But the body language, that posture, you can't lie with that. Which means you can assume the position, assume the posture of the person you want to be, the person you want to be perceived as, or the person that you are and you want to be perceived as, and people will buy into that. Other than that, yes, your words are part of your posture, but again, the words can lie. The body language can't lie. Your confidence, your belief, the way that you're thinking about yourself, because all of that actually leads to how you present yourself. So if you have a very confident mindset, when you walk into a room, you have no choice but to present yourself as confident. You can't present yourself as not believing in yourself when you're confident mentally. It's impossible. Whatever you're thinking in your mind, your outer self will reflect it at all times. Is the stream on? Can everybody see me, hear me? Can I take some questions from the live audience? So that's the point that I wanted to make, but I saw there was a lot of questions people have posted there. I didn't catch them all. So whoever has questions, please post that question. Coach Kev said, isn't it being fake, not true to yourself? That's not the real you. No, it's absolutely not being fake, because once you assume a position mentally, that is who you are. Whatever position you have in your mind mentally is real. That's it. If you decide you want to be the most confident guy in the room and you assume that position mentally and then you exude that posture, that's real. That's the truth, because that's exactly what you're thinking. And you can't really tell another person what they're thinking. You can only go off of what that person shows you. They can tell you something. Again, what somebody tells you might not be the actual truth. They can tell you whatever they want to tell you, but you can only go off of what you see. And for each one of you personally, whatever mind state you assume is going to manifest itself in the physical. It has no choice. So whatever you're thinking, that's exactly what you're going to look like, because what you're thinking is going to lead to what you do, and what you do is going to lead to your results, which is who you look like, how you talk, how you walk, how you conduct yourself, what you decide to eat, what actions you decide to take. All of it's a representation of the things you've done, which is a representation of what you think. So there is no way that you can actually fake it. So when people say fake it till you make it, you're not really faking. It's real. And I'll be sharing more on that topic sometime in the future. You'll see. So I know a couple other people had posted questions while I was talking. If anybody has a question, I'm open for questions right now. This is Dre Baldwin you're talking to right now. Tom said you can use it to fool others, like in the second law of power. Yeah, it's definitely something you can use to fool others, but you actually have to believe it. You got to believe what you're doing, because if you don't believe it, if you thinking to yourself, I'm faking, people can tell that. Our subconscious minds are very sharp at telling when somebody's not being real. We can't verbalize it. We can't verbalize it consciously when we know that somebody's faking or lying, but we can tell. And something inside of us makes us hesitate. Like, nah, I'm not buying what you're selling, because I know something about that ain't real. We can't say it because we can't really consciously think of it, but our subconscious minds tell us, like, nah, like that gut feeling, quote unquote, that we get when we know something just ain't right. That's what it is. Our subconscious mind telling us things that we can't really put into words. So anybody else got a question? We're talking about posture equals perception. Why it is important to have a strong posture. You want to have a good physical posture too, because you don't want your back to be hurting or none of that. Anyone else got a question? This is Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay TV, Working the Game University. We're talking right now about posture. Right, Locus said people can tell something is wrong. Yeah, you can tell subconsciously. You might not always be able to say, like, all right, that's what it is, but you can tell. And you can't really put it in the words like, what is it? But it's something. It's just that little something in the back of your mind. All right, if you got a question, go ahead and point the question. You don't have to tell me if you got a question. Just go ahead and post it. So we taking all questions right now, talking about, you're in a match or what? I guess he's busy. He can't really leave a comment. Well, you leaving comments telling us that you can't leave a comment. So I don't understand why not just leave the comment. But anyway, we're talking about here posture. We're talking about that ties into belief. It ties into confidence. It ties into perception. And perception is reality. All of you already know that. And this is Dre Baldwin. Those of you following me for the first time or watching me for the first time, I do these periscopes every single day, usually multiple times per day. I'm talking about topics just like this one, things that empower people to do better, live better, be better in their lives. Does the mind know the difference between fake and real? Absolutely not. The mind does not know the difference. Whatever you tell it, it believes. How would you change your posture? Change your beliefs. Change what you're believing, change the way that you're thinking, and it'll change who you're being. And when you change who you be, you're going to do different things. If your being changes, you will do different things. And when you do different things, you're going to get different results. Simple as that. So if you want to change and you need some material to kind of put into yourself that'll start helping you change, then read books, listen to audio tapes, watch YouTube videos, not just of anything, of things that represent who you want to be. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, read books on entrepreneurship. Go watch videos by people who are entrepreneurs. Think of the most successful entrepreneur you know. Google that person and read everything they wrote. Read every interview they did. Watch every interview they did on video. Watch every time they spoke. If they got a YouTube channel, watch all their videos. Follow them on Twitter. Immerse yourself in the type of people who are who you want to be. All right, you want to be a basketball player? Go find the best players who you think they are. Watch their videos. Read their books. Listen to their interviews. Find out if you can about what they practiced or what they did to get that good, and then go do the work. Don't forget about that part. All right, so don't just gather all the information. A lot of people are information gatherers. They just want all this information. They want to watch all these videos, read all these books, and then they do nothing. What's up, Chocolate Lab Cash Flow? What's going on? Exactly. So whatever it is you're doing, you got to actually go do the work too. So once you assume that position, because if you assume the position of Stephen Curry, well, what does Stephen Curry do? He probably works on his shot a lot. That's how he's good at it. So you got to do the things too. Don't just be like, oh, I'm Stephen Curry, and you're doing nothing. You got to go do the work. Do women tend to be attracted by guys who display good posture? I'm sure you can answer that question. You tell me. It's all good here in Ireland. All right, that's what's up. You out in Ireland. Shout out to everybody in Ireland. Yeah, repetition matters. The more you do something, the more it becomes a habit. If you do anything repetitively for 21 days, it becomes a habit. 90 days becomes a lifestyle. So aim for 90 days. I'm going to stop even saying 21 days. Let's just go for lifestyle. Why habits? It's possible to have a healthy combination of good posture and pure honesty. Absolutely. You can be honest while having good posture. You don't have to choose, not either or. You can do both. Exactly. Faith without work is dead. It won't get you any results. You can be both. I'm not an either or individual. I'm the type of person that says, listen, you can have both. Whatever it is that you want. So if you want to be totally honest and you want to have good posture, yeah, why not? Good posture doesn't mean you're lying to anybody. It means you are presenting yourself the way that you want to be perceived. And understand, good is a relative term. The Lauren Show said how texting has taken over from calling and getting to know someone. Well, what about it, Lauren? What does that have to do with posture? I want to know why you came with that comment. But texting, listen, if you got people who are texting you, if you're trying to have a conversation to get to know somebody and they're texting you, just call them. Problem solved. You solved the whole problem right there. Just call that person. I sent somebody a text today. Because she was like, send me a text and I'll let you know if I'm available so we can talk, because she has her own business and she always doing all these things. And I sent her a text and she just called me. I was like, good, perfect. So all you got to do, if somebody's texting you, you mean in the beginning, call them. If somebody texts you, just call them. And if they text you back to your call, next time you speak to them, just say, look, if I call you, call me back. I'm the type of person, if I call somebody, I want them to call me back. Don't text me back if I call you. Or if somebody does, then I'm going to just call them. Or I'm going to text them and say, yo, call me back. So then it's done. What's up, the turkey? Do I like pie? Depends on what kind of pie. Sweet potato pie, yes. Cherry pie. I don't eat a lot of pie. I don't eat a lot of pastries like that. All right, any other questions? We're talking about posture. For some reason, when I'm doing these periscopes, we get more people who come into the scope when I'm at the end of the topic than at the beginning of the topic. I don't know why that is. In the afternoon, it seems it picks up more when I get towards the end of the scope. Maybe it's just the longer it goes, more people come in. What's up, Farzan34? Anybody else got a question? For those who just came into this live stream, this is Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay you talking to. This right here stands for Work on Your Game. I'm head of Work on Your Game Enterprises. I'm an empowerment expert, professional speaker, professional athlete, author of 5 books, 150 training programs, 4,000 YouTube videos, 100 or so Periscope live streams. I do this every single day, and I've empowered millions of people over the last 10 years. When I say millions, I mean millions over the last 10 years. This is exactly what I do. Yeah, I'm missing the F on this t-shirt. The Lauren Show said I speak well. Well, thank you, Lauren. I got a ton of practice. I got 10,000 hours of practice of doing this, so I'm glad you said that. Lisa Sansusi, what's going on? Lisa, where you checking in from? Donnie Matthews said he's competitor. Competitor of what? What you competing for? Everybody who's in the room right now, let me know your name and where you from. I will give you a quick shout out. All right, so we got Lisa in Australia. You're currently in Australia, so that means you're from somewhere else. You're a physique competitor? Oh, that's what's up. Shout out to physique competitors out there. All right, Lisa's from Los Angeles in Australia. We got Donnie from Ohio. Elaine is from Ireland. Shout out to everybody in Ireland. I almost played ball in Ireland. I almost played, when I was playing ball, I think I was in Germany, and I was about to get a deal in Ireland, but it fell through. It was right before Christmas. James from Connecticut, not this year. This was years ago. Mario from the 305. William from Texas. Andrew from Ontario. Horse riding, they said horse riding posture is important. You're right. All right, she was just in Ireland. Krista in Los Angeles. What's up, Krista? I went to Penn State Altoona. Taron from Atlantic City. Some people will judge by the cover of a book wherever you're at. People always judge by the cover of a book. I'm glad you used that phrase. So we got the Lauren Show in Fort Lauderdale. All right, Lisa. All right, so we got people connecting right here in the Periscope stream. People always judge a book by its cover. We always do it. Doesn't mean we won't read the book, but we always judge a book by its cover. Always. So that's that's a phrase that I could have used in here. Posture just means people will judge a book by its cover. You're the book, and the way you present yourself is your cover. Excuse me. And people will judge you based off the cover of your book at all times. So if you want people to judge you differently, just change the cover of your book. And if you don't like the way people are judging you, that means the cover is something wrong with the cover of your book. You just need to change it. So I'm glad whoever it was that said that cover of a book thing, that's the exact way to explain it. Kayla checking in from Mississippi. Shout out to everybody in Mississippi. Do I know anybody in Mississippi? I don't think so. Nile Prince 777. Well, I know Kayla now. Latoya checking in from Amsterdam. Shout out to everybody in Amsterdam. Let's get it. Arkansas. I know some people from Arkansas. Shout out to Kick Genius out in Arkansas. I think that's where they're from. Donnie says he's originally from Arkansas. Gotta say, Woo Pig Suey after beating LSU. Oh, they beat LSU? I think I heard about that. All right, can I take any other questions? We talking about posture. Books getting judged by their cover, the way you present yourself to the world. What do I find to be my inspiration like a person? I'll just borrow a quote from Kanye West. They asked him what's his inspiration. He said, myself. He said, I inspire myself. The boot is here twice in a row. All right, that's what's up. I appreciate the boot. My main inspiration isn't any one thing or any one person. I would say myself, and then I just look at people who have more success than me. Basically, they reach higher goals. They've reached or got closer to higher goals than what I've done. Can you over posture? No. You cannot over posture, not in my opinion. Yeah, definitely. You knew I was going to say that. I'm sure you did. But people who have achieved success, it doesn't even have to be in the same field. So you can look at somebody like, if you play basketball, like I played basketball, so Michael Jordan's a guy. I never rapped or did music, but I could say Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Jay-Z, Russell Simmons, Richard Branson, Tony Robbins, 50 Cent. Anybody who's great at what they do. Anybody who's great at what they do, who has high goals and have reached high levels of achievement in what they do. It doesn't even have to be something that I do the same thing. But anybody who's reached high levels of achievement. Steve Jobs. Who else? Who else I said? Tony Robbins. Who else? Anybody, people who are just have high levels of success. And when I say success, I gotta make sure I define success. Because people throw that word around, don't even know what it means. Success means you're going after a goal. So people who have reached high goals, because you don't reach super levels of achievement without doing it on purpose. You do not reach those levels by accident. Michael Phelps, the swimmer? Okay, I mean, you could throw Michael Phelps in there. He's not a guy I look to. Let me think of some people I look to. Robert Greene is a good example. John Maxwell is another person. Who do I find inspired me to make me better? I just told you, I'm naming the people right now. I said, who else is another person? A successful business person, people who do well in business. Donald Trump is a good person. Just people who get things done. The best place, I would say Lithuania, the place I started my career. Les Brown is good. I wouldn't name him as one of my people, but Les Brown is a good example, yes. Person who's reached high goals. Because anybody who's achieved at a very high level did it on purpose. Nobody does that by accident. If you're selling something, what kind of posture would you use? You tell me. Go sell something and you'll find out. Bill Gates is a good one. Exactly. If you're selling something, what kind of posture? It's not like a certain kind of posture. They're not like flavors of Kool-Aid. You just decide how you want to present yourself to the world. You decide. So you have to decide what your posture is going to be, assume that position, and then start being it. That's all it is. No matter what you're doing. Because everything's a sale, actually. You're selling yourself at all times. So you're always in the midst of a sale. I'm in the midst of a sale right now. I'm not selling. I don't have a product that I want you to pay money for, but I'm selling my ideas. I'm selling you on the idea that you should come here and watch the next Periscope stream I do based on the quality of this one. I'm either selling you or I'm failing to sell you, because you either going to say I'm going to do it or I'm not going to do it. So there's always a sale going on. When you have a conversation with anybody, you're making a sale. You're selling them on your idea or your question or your proposition, or to spend another 2 minutes talking to you. You're always making a sale to individuals or a group of people at the same time. Your teachers, if you go to school, your teacher is selling all 30 of you on the idea of whatever it is that you're saying. MMHTL said, I'm a smooth talking MF. Well, you know what? I appreciate that. You're right. Because I'll do this so much, I should be smooth at it. So thank you. Can I take any questions from anybody else in the live studio audience? We're here on Periscope. This is Dre Baldwin, better known as DreAllDay. You sell songs? Oh, hey, well, go sell them. Sell. Believe what you're talking about. You really want to sell whatever you're selling. Exactly. Exactly. What's my evening looking like? It's looking fantastic, man. How's yours looking? Mine is looking excellent. So we're talking about posture. We're talking about the way you present yourself to the world, how people judge a book by its cover. I'm in South Florida. How people judge a book by its cover, the way people are going to basically perceive you is the way that you present yourself. You have 100% control over that. Blue Dingo said, when I see somebody slouching, I'll be quick to straighten up my goddamn posture. You're right. And actually, if you ever sitting somewhere and somebody talks about posture, you'll notice everybody sit up real quick. Mr. Blonde said, I sell gym memberships. I used to do that. I used to sell gym memberships to this club called Philadelphia Sports Club in Philadelphia. Well, it makes sense, it's in Philadelphia, right? Where else are memberships at? Valley Total Fitness, also in Philly. When can we ask the random questions? You can ask me a random question right now, Tom. Just don't ask me a whole lot of random questions. And make sure it's a good random question. So just because it's random don't mean it's good. Cunningham said, if you carry yourself with confidence, you will be more liked. Yeah, that's true. I think that's actually true. People respect it. What it is, people respect a confident person. People have more respect for somebody who's confident. So that's kind of like liking them. It's hard for somebody to respect somebody who doesn't respect themselves. Confidence, somebody doesn't have confidence, it shows that they don't believe in themselves. That's what confidence is, belief in yourself. How many hats do I own? Not that many. I actually own that many. I usually wear the work WOYFG hat. So your profession about posture, I don't know what that question means. But you could be a professional in posture, if that's what you're asking. Do I believe that there are people who naturally are leaders and people who have to work to be one? Yes, I do believe that. But I believe anybody can become a leader if they decide to be. Do some people have some natural ability to lead that others don't? Yeah, definitely. But anybody can become one. So that's not really an excuse for anybody to not be a leader. Anybody who wants to be a leader will become one. If anybody wants to achieve something, they can get damn close to it, pretty damn close to doing it if they decide they're going to get it done. What's up, Karyazin? Confidence begets confidence. Exactly. People will respect you more when you respect yourself. Confidence means you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, people have no choice but to believe in you because that's the only thing you're showing them. You're setting the example. You understand that? Have you ever heard about the Alexander technique? No, I have not. I don't know what that is, but maybe I'll look it up if I remember. So confidence gives people basically everybody gives people a template of how to treat you. Because when you're confident, that means you treat yourself well. So they're going to do the same thing. When you're not confident, you're telling people you don't treat yourself well, you don't believe in yourself. So what are they going to do? Not believe in you. Do I prefer leading by example or vocally? Leading by example is the best way to lead because people will only follow what you do. You can say anything. You can say anything you want. People are not going to follow what you say. They're going to follow what you do. Question is, why do I do this? Because this is what I do. I'm an empowerment expert. I just do it. I'm an empowerment expert. You ask Michael Jordan why he plays basketball. He's like, that's what I do. I'm a basketball player. I'm an empowerment expert. I empower people. This is just one of the ways that I do it. Chris said, Dre Baldwin, basketball extraordinaire. Well, I appreciate that. Empowerment extraordinaire too. Confidence means you have standards. Yeah, that definitely can mean that. CP Valid said, I'm dope. Thanks for the IG follow. Well, I followed you on IG because you had something to say. So I appreciate that. So who else got a question for me? We talking about the people asking about the TED Talk. I did a TED Talk last week. It will not be up for about 4 weeks. So anybody asking about that, listen, when it's up, you'll know. Because guess what? I'm going to tell everybody. When it's up, you will know really, really well because I'm going to tell everybody. So if you got to ask me, guess what? It's not up yet. Mr. Blonde said, I'm not going to lie. I'm shy, so my confidence isn't so great. Read my book, The Super You. Get it on Amazon.com. It's called The Super You. So my son does your drills on YouTube. That's what's up. How old you say your son was? Whoever that was that left that comment, please leave that again. Why people keep asking me this G thing? Y'all watching too much MTV. Somebody asked me a question that's related to the topic. We're talking about posture. We're talking about posture, the way you present yourself to the world, confidence, people judging a book by its cover. Yeah, definitely. My book is called The Super You. It's on Amazon. I also got the Mirror Motivation, the mental handbook. Oh, he will watch. Okay. All right. That's what's up. But them videos still going to be there. As long as YouTube.com stays in existence, then videos will be there. Probably by the time he's of age, there'll probably be another 3,000 to 5,000 videos out there. What's up? Shakeen Shasha said, I'm dope. Well, I appreciate that. How do you deal with cocky people? You don't have to deal with anybody. You don't have to deal with other people if you don't want to. Just don't deal with them. If you don't like them, don't deal with them. If you like them, keep dealing with them. Yes, The Super You. That is the correct title. Just look up my name. Just type in my name, Dre Baldwin, and you'll see it. Orlando 100 by 35 says, how do you find me on YouTube? I'm everywhere. You can't be on YouTube and not find me, but just type in my name, Dre Baldwin, D-R-E, last name B-A-L-D-W-I-N, and you'll see me right there on YouTube. Actually, let me see if I can. Oh, his son is 6 years old, almost 5 feet tall. All right, so he got a few years. Well, maybe not. He might be starting right now. How much does the Super You cost? I don't know, a few dollars. It's an Amazon Kindle book. Don't cost a lot of money. Am I going to be doing nationwide talks? Yeah. What do you define as a nationwide talk? Every talk I do is nationwide because they go on the internet, so anybody can see it. They worldwide. I'm international. Chris said, I disagree with you on Kyrie Irving not being a top point guard in the league. Well, I mean, he hasn't done anything this season to change that opinion. He ain't played yet, so he got to go play. No, this is worldwide, Mr. Blind. This is worldwide. We got people. Is there anybody watching this right now who is not in the United States? If you're watching this stream right now, you're not in the USA, please leave a comment and tell us where you're at. Because I got to show Mr. Blind that we are not nationwide. We are worldwide. If you are outside of the United States of America, please tell us where you at so we know that this is an international Periscope stream. There we go. There we go. We got the 6. We got Toronto. We got France. There's another Canada. We got Japan. We got Lithuania. Yeah, LTU. I knew that was Lithuania. So look, we international. I shows you right there. So we in Asia. We in Europe. We in North America. Saudi Arabia. That's what's up. Shakina Shasa said, do I prefer white or black girls? It don't matter. Both. I told y'all, what I tell you about this either or thing. It's not an either or. It's both. Mr. Blonde. Yeah, that's what's up. Exactly. And why just white or black? Aren't there other forms? Aren't there like European? You got Asian. You got Australian. You got, I guess African would be black. But yeah, it ain't no either or. It's both. Who do I think would be MVP is too early to say. Too early. There's only, how many games did I play? Like 10? No, it's not even close to enough. All right, you going to get that book for sure. All right, definitely get it. Let me know what you think about it. I got the mental handbook. I got the mirror motivation. We got the Super U. We got the overseas basketball blueprint. That's for guys trying to play basketball. And the other one is buy a game. That's my first book. You can actually get that book for free. If you want to get my first book free, go to my website, DreAllDay.com. As soon as you get there, a pop-up's going to come up on the screen. Put in your email. We'll send you that book by email for free. All right, Ethan Munson said he's going to get that book too. All right, so I guess if I want to sell books, I just need to do more Periscope streams. So that's what I'm going to do. I just got me a book selling technique right there. Ask Kardashian, can I ask you a question not related? Yes. You don't have to ask me if you can ask a question. Just ask it. Crystal, what's up? How do I define my talk, my accent? I don't know if I have an accent. What kind of accent do I have? The best book on posture about confidence, the Super U. Tom said he didn't get the pro shooting book. Are you subscribed? If you subscribe to my email list, you should have got it. Both of them came in the same email. So if you got one, you got the other one. They both in the same link. Do I remember Hoop Dreams, the movie? Yeah, I remember that movie. I saw it. GS Paradise says, how do I deal with petty, mean-spirited coworkers without going off? Please help. So you're doing a lot of work, office politics. Well, that's part of the corporate structure. If you work in corporate, or you're in a company that has a lot of people, that's kind of something that comes with it. Yeah, being in corporate. But maybe you want to start your own business, do something on the side. Email me, I can give you some information. Dre@DreAllDay.com, GS Paradise. Email me. I'll share some information with you about how you might be able to maybe work your way out of that, because that's kind of what happens. You put too many people in the same space. Tom said he subscribed to the webinars. That's what's up. They're coming soon. Ash said, when did I know that basketball and empowerment expert was what I was meant to do? Basketball I knew when I was about 16. Empowerment, I mean, I kind of came up with that phrase to encapsulate everything. I was already doing it, but I didn't know how to kind of phrase it. The email is, can somebody put it in the comment, this email, so everybody has it? Dre@DreAllDay.com. Dre@DreAllDay.com. What age should you start training kids in basketball seriously? That's a great question. I want to get my guy Jay Jameson to come on here so he can talk about that, because me and him are having a conversation back and forth on Facebook about it, privately on Facebook. Thank you, Tom, for posting that. Dre@DreAllDay.com. That's my email address. For anybody who wants to reach me directly for something outside of this, or you want to talk about something I told you email me about, just email me. We'll talk. Starting kids in basketball, man, that's a tough question. I would say as soon as possible. That's really the best answer, as soon as possible. So right now, today, you got a kid right now. How old are they? 2? Right now. Go get them a court right now. Because one of the things my guy Jay is saying, that players get in there, players got to get into the system and start training and doing drills so that they get to an advanced level sooner. I'm not really the person to speak on it. He knows better, because my guy Jay, he trains players every day, all day. I'm talking 7 days a week. This dude does more drills and workouts with players than anybody alive. I know, because it's only 24 hours in a day. Oh, he's 4 months old? That means he might be old enough. Can he stand up? That said, can I post my Periscope vids on YouTube? Some of them I do, some of them I don't. Like when I'm shooting it the long way like this, I put them on YouTube. When I'm shooting them like the tall way, or if I'm driving, I'm holding the camera the long way, the phone the long way, then I don't. What's the guy's name? His name is Jay Jameson. Jay Jameson. Jemeson. Just walked in. That's what's up. Whoever just asked that question, I didn't see that question at the bottom. Said, I guess my question is something. I didn't see what you said. Well, basketball, starting kids on basketball, yeah, I know too early, too late is a tough one. Your kid got to want to do it. Who knows? You start a kid playing 8 years old. By age 12, they might not like basketball no more. Then at 15, they decide they want to play again. But it's really the kids. I mean, you let them know what's available to them. Whatever they want to do, they do. Did I watch the 10,000 Hour series by Devin Williams? I seen some of them, not all of them. Shout out to Devin Williams. He's a good dude. I did a video with him a while back. Loka says, phone cut off earlier. My email is Dre@DreAllDay.com. Just go to my website. Click on the link in my bio and take you to my website. How do you find the motivation? I didn't catch that question, Gia. The question was based on, how did you know it was meant for you to do? It's just because what I always wanted to do. If you're looking to find out what you're meant to do, read the book Mastery by Robert Greene. Mastery, Robert Greene. Chris asked me, what do I think about Kobe shooting 2% from the field? When did he shoot 2%? Is that what he's shooting right now? But either way, even if he is shooting 2%, I don't really think anything of it. I think he'll figure it out. Kobe's a pretty good player. I think he'll figure something out. I don't think he needs much help. He'll figure it out. Oh, okay, he's exaggerating. Yeah, I know the Lakers not that great of a team. I thought they would actually be better than they are. So far, it's only been 10 games, so who knows? Maybe they'll start playing better. Maybe Kobe will start playing better too. It's only been 10 games, so we don't want to jump too far ahead of anybody here. They might start playing better. Good teams might start playing worse. And anybody can get injured. That could change anything from a lot of people. Chris said Russell is struggling. Russell who? I know you mean Russell Westbrook. You think he had 40 points last night? I think I saw that on the screen, on the scroll on ESPN. No, I don't think Russell Westbrook is struggling at all. I think he's doing pretty well. Ain't too many people can stop that man. All right, can we talk about anything else? Oh, D'Angelo Russell, not Russell Westbrook. Oh, D'Angelo Russell? Yeah. All right, you might be right about that. All right, Lucas is talking about Russell Westbrook. Chris is talking about D'Angelo Russell. All right, I got it. Well, D'Angelo Russell should be playing as much as possible. And ain't like the Lakers going to the playoffs. He should be playing 48 minutes a game. And anybody told me I look like Iguodala? Yes. How do you find motivation when you're not feeling it? Look at stuff that gets you motivated and tell yourself to be motivated, because you ain't got no choice but to get it done. Because when you're motivated, you get things done. That last comment, whoever left that, I didn't see that. So anytime I'm not feeling motivated, I'm usually always feeling motivated. And that's just from practice. I made it part of my lifestyle to be motivated to get things done. There's a lot of resources you can find on that. Tony Robbins is a great resource, talking about getting yourself motivated to go do things. I say even Puffy, P. Diddy, he's good with motivation. When you listen to the stuff that he talks about on his, if you follow him on Instagram, watch his little videos that he puts out, a lot of the stuff he puts out is motivational, if that's the type of stuff you like. But you gotta find the stuff that's motivational to you, like Les Brown, exactly. What music I listen to? Mostly hip hop. Just Vlad says, have I read a book by Adam Grant, Give and Take? I heard of Adam Grant. I have not read that book. Lucas said very motivational. Yeah, P. Diddy, I'm a fan of Diddy stuff, but whoever's motivational to you, it might not be P. Diddy. You might like, this guy was telling me about Conor McGregor, the UFC fighter. I don't watch UFC. I watched this video. It wasn't motivational to me, but the guy who told me about it, he loved it. So if that's what you like, then watch what works for you. It is your job, everybody out there. If you need something to keep you motivated, or you want to have things that can get you motivated when you need to be, it's your job to find and hoard those resources so that you have them available when you need them. That's every day. You need it every day. You need to be motivated every single day. Somebody just asked me thoughts on something. I didn't see what that was. Gia says you like him and Les Brown. She watched P. Diddy on YouTube. Yeah, that's what's up. He don't even put out that much stuff video-wise, but when he does, it's great. Will Warriors beat the Bulls record of 72 wins? I don't know. It's too soon. What I think about all the ISIS stuff going on, I don't really know that much about it. I don't watch the news. Gia said, I'm right. Cunningham talking about right state of mind. Yeah, you're right. All right. Some people left some questions. Some people left some questions that I don't think I caught. I'm seeing some comments and some questions. The questions are what I'm really responding to. Oh, tips on networking, Beth asked. Go to networking events. I'm actually going to do a course on networking about communication, just talking with people. Do I think the Warriors will win the finals? Too soon. When I was a bum in basketball, I was more motivated. You got to find that motivation again. Do I think the Spurs still got it? They good enough. Do I watch? No, I don't watch the news. No need to watch the news. Anything that's actual news, I'll find out about. For example, Switch asked me, did I hear about what happened in Paris? Yes. And guess what? I didn't hear from the news. Because you're going to find out. If it's news will find you. You understand? You don't have to go look at the news to find out what's happening that really matters. You'll find out just from being alive. All right, you ain't got to watch the news to know what's really going on. Something that's really important, you will find out. Yeah, I know Paris was attacked. I know. I didn't have to watch the news to know it, because guess what? Somebody will tell me. All right, you told me right now. I'm not watching the news. You told me. And if I didn't hear it from you, somebody would have told me at a meeting. Or if I didn't hear it from them, I would have seen it on Twitter or Facebook. So it's always news. News cannot be avoided. All right, so if you got to watch the news to learn something, it's not really news, right? If your house was on fire, would you have to watch the news to know? No, because the news, that fire is going to find you. All right, you ain't got to watch the news to find out. Anything that's really news will get to you eventually. As soon as you need it, it will get to you. So you don't have to go looking for news. And news is a waste of time. The time you spend watching the news, you could be reading a book. I guarantee the book will make you more money than the news. All right, so anybody else got a question? Anybody else got a question? We're talking about your posture, the way that you present yourself to the world. People keep asking me, do I think the Warriors will win? I don't know. Vlad asked, do I cook or use a food service? I mean, I'll sometimes cook, but I still use a food service, yes. Takara said, great example. Thank you. Thank you. All right, can I take any more questions before we wrap this Periscope stream up? This is Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay as I'm otherwise known. My website is DreAllDay.com. Can I go over posture again, Vlad? No, you're going to have to watch the replay. You're going to have to watch the replay, bro. Replay, bro. I've been talking a lot, as you can see. You got to watch that replay. You know you can fast forward and rewind Periscope videos now, so you good. And it's going to be on YouTube. So if you want to wait a couple weeks, so I'll put this out on YouTube. You can see it there too. Gia said, I know all your business, but are you married? No, I'm not married. The good thing about Periscopes now is that you can fast forward and rewind, so you good. If you miss one. Is the TED Talk up? People keep asking me that. No TED Talk yet. It'll be about 4 weeks before the talk is up. Listen, let me tell y'all something about the TED Talk. When the TED Talk is up, everybody in the world who knows who I am is going to know about it because I'm going to tell everybody. You won't be able to avoid the fact that it's up. All right? You'll be like, yo, I wish Dre would stop talking about that TED video. All right, so understand if I'm not talking about it, it's not up. If you don't see it, like all in your face, it's not up. All right, when it's up, I might have a t-shirt on that says, see my TED Talk at link with the link. All right, so you don't have to ask me. If you got to ask me, it's not available yet. But when it's available, it will be everywhere. You won't be able to avoid it. Trust me. It's gonna be like news. You know, I told you the news will find you. It will find you. All right, when it comes out, it's gonna find you. Even if you're not trying to see it, it's gonna find you. You're gonna see it if you're not trying to see it. All right, is it worse if my upper body gets bigger while injured for basketball? It's not either one. It's your choice. What's the tip on monetizing? Sell something. That's what monetizing means. It means you're making money off of whatever it is you're doing. So it depends on what you're doing. I think you got to get it. One tip I'll tell you about monetizing is you got to get a more clear idea of how you want to monetize. Maybe you already have it. Maybe you just didn't articulate it in that question, but you got to get clear on what it is you're monetizing and how you want to do it. That's the number one thing you got to do. Kobe617 say he watches my videos. Thank you, Kobe. You're welcome. Also, Tom said I should get Smart Water to endorse me. I don't know. It depends. I got to be more famous than who they have. Jennifer Aniston. I'm gonna try. What's P Diddy's Aqua Hydrate? I should try to get his. Somebody asked, is Derrick Rose a Humpty Dumpty? Like he's always getting hurt? I don't know. I mean, he's pretty good when he's healthy. That's all I know. Gia says, good that you help others through motivations. Definitely. All right, can I take any more questions here? We're talking about posture, about the way that you present yourself to the world, the way that people see you. Shout out to everybody watching the replay right now. Anybody who's watching this on YouTube, this is on live on Periscope. I'm doing this at DreAllDay. Follow me on Periscope so y'all can see that. Watching this video, I'm sure you were entertained. Make sure to stay connected with me on all your favorite social networks. Twitter and Periscope at DreAllDay. Instagram, Dre Baldwin. Facebook /WorkOnYourGame. You can bookmark my YouTube channel by subscribing, of course. And the website is WorkOnYourGame. That's .me. WorkOnYourGA.me. And of course, my homepage is my website, DreAllDay.com, so you can know exactly what I'm doing, exactly when I'm doing it, and how you might be able to be involved. Work on your game.